March 2nd, 2019, Calvin Castine at Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse. It's time for Section 7 basketball championships. We're going to lead off today with the Class D championship. The Mariah Vikings have moved to Class C, so they'll no longer be the defending champions at the Class D level. So we'll have two new contenders, Wells, the Wells Indians, and Willsboro, the Willsboro Warriors. And I'll be coming up immediately. We'll be doing this game not only for Hometown Cable Network, but also for the NFHS Network. And joining us will be Bill Chase. Judy will be here. Judy Castine is here with us. And also McKenna Hunter will do the graphics and so on for the NFHS.
NFHS with the voice of Bill Chase, who heard the sing along with the anthem. So I'm sure. Oh, I heard it here, so I'm sure that people watching it.
Well, like that, good to hear me singing.
All right, first of three games that Bill Chase and I will be doing here today. This is Class D's, followed by the C's, and then the Class B's, and of course we'll mention it during the upcoming games too, Bill. A lot of excitement will be in here. Foul is going to bring in the good scoring for this auditorium over friendly auditorium. Yeah, all these things scored 52 last night. 52. And helping the team to the Section 2 championship.
I was 10 years out of high school before I scored 52 points in basketball.
Some people still haven't done it.
Okay, we got the number 1 seed, number 2 seed. It's the Wells Indians and the West Forest. What are they? An Eagle?
Willsboro Warriors.
Warriors and the Indians. There's Kennedy. A good start for the Indians. Shane Kennedy's 42. Trey Zimmerman's 23. Brian Stewart's 21. Colby Stewart's number 10. And Tyler Bolabrock That's Zimmerman.
Nice sweeping block shot. That blocked there on that shot.
Yeah, by Stewart. Not a lot of height to him. Looks about 5'8", 5'9", maybe. Warriors, 11-2 record. First chance at the ball. With the ball. All right, I don't need them other rosters in my hand.
Yeah, 2 rosters. Put them back to back. That way you'll flip them over.
Back to back. Who's on the line here? Number 14, Jared Jocelyn. He sinks the first one of 2. Foul was on number 21. I believe that's Stewart. Brian Stewart with picking up his first foul. 7:32 on the clock here. First quarter action. This championship game for Class D in Section 7 in Clinton County, New York. We're at Plattsburgh Fieldhouse. And a little bit cooler. Oh, Kennedy down low again. Nice pass coming from number 10. That'd be Colby Stewart.
He takes up a lot of space under there, Bill.
Yeah,
it's hard to block him.
He looks like he's about 6'1", 6'2", maybe. Averages over 10 points a game also. The Warriors are going to have their hands full with that individual. Oh, downtown, number 14.
That was Joslin.
Joslin with the basket. Stewart moves to his left. Lays it up and it doesn't fall. It's an unfriendly roll there. Nice hustle there by Joslin. He saved it. The Warriors back on the attack. Bigelow trying to weave his way through the pack there. Got stripped away and was knocked out of bounds by Wells. Oh, wide open on the inbound play. Number 3. 23, that's Shire. And then ball's loose. Heads up play there by Jocelyn. Dives on that ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Warriors, and it's turned over. Kennedy out of the ball game here in the early going. He's replaced by number 5, Matt Richards. Not quite sure why.
Getting a drink of water.
Tagging a hoop. That was number 23. 23 being Shire. Turned over again.
Defense was paying more attention than the offense on that pass.
Shire going up. What are they going to call? 30-second timeout being called here. 5:56 on the clock. It's a 5-4 ball game. Warriors over the Indians here on the NFHS channel. We're back, Calvin.
To get here, Wells defeated Screw Lake by 11, 58-47. That game was tied at the half at 26-26, so they had a strong second half. And Willsboro defeated the Bolton Eagles, 55-37.
Another 30-second timeout call. 5:50 on the clock. It's still a 5-4 ball game.
And the big guy's coming back in.
Run. Wells with the ball. Throwing up the court. Funny bounce on that basketball court. Almost turned over. Back in the hoop, number 23 for Wells. Try Zimmerman. Or Trey. Try.
This will be a new section champion this year, Bill, with Mariah moving up to the Class C's.
Right.
And I think they won about 6 in a row, Mariah Vikings.
Yeah, they had quite the run at Class D level. They made the Final Four how many years in a row?
And they won a state championship, I think, one of those years, at least one of those years.
Right.
Well, they've represented Section 7 well over the years, and they've got a shot at the
shot taken.
Class C title.
Zimmerman pulls down the rebound. Turned over.
Willsboro last won this Section 7 Class D in 2012. They've won it 3 times, actually Class D twice, and way back in 1972 they won the Class B title.
Oh, way back in 72. There's number 20. And Trevor Bigelow. That's 2 3-pointers put in for the Warriors. And their defense here, bringing some havoc. Dragging the hoop, number 11. That's Tyler, how do you say it? Bolbrock?
Bolbrock, I guess. Bolbrock. I'm going to go with Brock. It's the first time I've ever come across those names, and you live in the North Country for a few decades, you come across a lot of names, but we always find ones we haven't come across before.
Well, Tyler ties up the ball game, makes it, oh no, he didn't tie it up. It's 8-7 ball game. Second one, falls short. Zimmerman hustling, gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy, they can't convert. On the putback, he does. He's got 6 of their 9 points here in the early going. First quarter action, 4:26 and counting. The Warriors look like they like the 3-pointer. They've made 2 so far. I'm going to try to the alley-oop to Schreier. Bolbrock comes away with a loose ball as Schreier couldn't hang on. Stewart. Offensive foul. Foul's on Kennedy. I think he was, thought he was a lineman there for the New York Giants. Looked like he was body blocking a couple of guys from Westport.
Trying to make a pass, Bill.
Just making a pass, yeah. Hopefully making a pass with a shovel is going to be over soon.
It's his first foul.
Reverse layup doesn't go. Stewart gets it up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman off the glass, a little too hard. He pulls back to the rebound. Now he draws a foul. I believe the foul is going to be on number 4, Cody Ayer.
Wells last won the Class D title back in 2002, and they've won a total of 6 over the years.
Well, that's not bad. 2002. That's just 17 years ago.
Only 17, yeah.
Oh, that's
some of these guys were born by then.
10-8 ball game. Wells on top by 2 here. They regain the lead on Kennedy's third basket. Williams trying to make it a 3-point game. He's unable to do so. Rebound pulled down by Daniel Johnson. Kennedy. Ball stripped away from him. He had the inside position. Knocked out of bounds. And 12 is Peyton Ford. Ayrton. Ball almost turned over. Ayrton now with the ball. Schreier. They're trying to pull a height out near the top of the key. Number 3 in the ball game, Reagan Arnold for the Westport Warriors.
8 seconds on the shot clock.
3:02 on the game clock. Tagging the hoop was Bigelow. Draws the foul with 3:01 on the clock. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Second foul on number 21. That'd be Stewart. 20 on coming in for Westport.
We got Ball and we got Joslin back in.
Joslin back in. Ball's coming in. Joslin number 14.
They're replacing Arendt and Shire. And we're tied, Bill.
Tied it up. Both free throws on the inbound. Stewart gets it to the other Stewart.
Roseboro with the full court pressure. Zone press.
One-handed pass. stolen away. Taking it at home strong. Low block. Looked like he probably could have had an offensive foul called. Number 21 sneaks up from behind. That's ball. 3-point attempt. Off the mark. Byron Stewart. Cody Stewart throws it away. Ankerberg on the layup. Westport does it. Full block with the ball. Coming from behind. It's a 3-on-1. Offensive foul. Steve Stahl calling the offensive foul. We've got Randy Lozier and Tom Edwards.
Tommy Edwards, yeah.
Three officials.
Matt Richards just come in for the Wells Indians.
He came in for Byron Stewart. Three-pointer. That's the third one here in this quarter. That's Bigelow. I believe that's his second. Warriors, they play that defense similar to Northeastern girls. Hustling, creating havoc, making it difficult for Wells to move up the floor. Bigelow almost stole that ball away. Some coming in for Willsboro.
Bigelow rest.
I've been calling him Westport, you know.
One of those W's from Essex County.
All right, Willsboro Warriors. Oh, they bounced it off the chest. That's blocked. Ball with the block coming off the bench. He's done some nice things defensively here in this game. 1:31 left in the quarter. It's a 13-10 ball game. 3 3-pointers for the Warriors in the first quarter. Wells Indians countering that with the Kennedy attack. Stewart gets tied up in the corner. Number 13, Oliver Lee. Timeout late. 1:23 on the clock. It's a 13-10 ball game. The Warriors with the lead over the Indians here on the NFHS Network. Here we're back, Kelvin.
You mentioned that Kennedy has 6 points. Bigelow has 7 for the Warriors side of things. So both of them a substantial portion of their team's scoring at this point.
Jim Spring, the head coach for Willsboro, not afraid to use his people coming off the bench. He's getting contribution from the bench.
So apparently that timeout was called just before the jump ball would have been called.
On the inbound play, Bullock finds Zimmerman. He puts it up off the glass on the left-hand side of the basket and scores. It's a 1-point game down near the final minute of this opening quarter. Very exciting quarter so far here. Championship basketball from Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse, the NFHS Network. Calvin Castine, Bill Chase, and company broadcasting this game live. It's March 2nd. It's a Saturday afternoon basketball. Game time start was 4:30. We got 2 other games after this. On the line is Jocelyn. Makes it a 2-point game. Jared Jocelyn.
So Bigelow back in. He's replacing Lee.
Stewart.
3-point lead now for the Warriors.
Bigelow ready to kick that ball, looked like that time. Richards, the inbound the ball. Richards finds Zimmerman, almost stolen away by Ball. Ball has just been something else defensively. He causes that turnover. That one doesn't go. Shot, second attempt, doesn't fall in. Zimmerman with the ball.
You saw all 5 white shirts under there for that rebound, Bill.
Kennedy. It's a funny bounce off that floor. I don't like this building. The floor causing that turnover, not the defense. There's Mr. Ball attacking the hoop, draws the foul. For some reason, that's not an offensive foul. That's twice he's gone down into the paint. And
well, it depends what the defenders do, and if they reach for that ball or shuffle their feet at all. And
I don't know. I didn't see a lot of feet shuffling there. Well, I wasn't looking at them anyways.
That's what those guys or the whistles are paid for, Bill.
Right, they get paid the big bucks.
And when you get to the playoffs, you're only going to see veteran officials out there.
So he makes them both. It's a 4-point lead. We're down to the last 20 seconds here. Richards gives to Kennedy. He attacks the hoop, puts it up, draws a foul. He'll go to the line with 18.7 seconds on the clock to shoot 2 foul shots. Fouls on number 12. Or 21, actually, was on Ball. Got to read left to right. I read from right to left on the fingers on the official. Okay, we got a little noise coming out of
That was Ball's first foul. Team's third.
Warriors. Warriors strong sign over there.
I'm making 7 points for Kennedy.
Makes it a 3-point game. Bigelow. Go down all the ball. Ball. Finds Jocelyn. Jocelyn. Gonna pop a 3 here by Bigelow. Unable to convert. Rebounded by the Warriors. Time runs out. So it's a 3-point lead after the end of 1 quarter. 16-13. The Warriors over the Indians here on the NFHS Network. Bill Chase, Calvin Castine. Be back after a little break. We're back, Calvin.
We've been here right along, Bill.
Yeah, we're still here at Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse. Championship basketball here on this Saturday afternoon from the NFHS Network.
You know, it's, different schools have different information that they make available through Max Preps online. And unfortunately, Wells didn't have anything listing as far as the height of their players. Willsboro did, and the only one they've got listed that's a couple inches over 6 feet is Ben Jackson. I don't think we've seen him. He's listed at 6'3". And Regan Arnold is listed at 6'1". The rest of them are under 6 feet tall. But Wells looks like they've got several guys that are a little bit taller than 6 feet out there.
Well, Schroyer, they got him down as 5'11", but he looks at least 6 foot.
Maybe he's grown since they took the last measurement.
Had a growth spurt during the season. Ford, that doesn't go. Bull block, pulls down a rebound. Stewart carries the ball up court for the Indians. Stewart, though, susceptible, it seems like, to being double teamed. But somehow made sure he didn't lose that one. Bigelow being watched by Richards. Richards gets some help from his teammate. Oh! Richards sneaks a hand in there, but made some contact. Official right there to see it.
That'll be the second foul on.
And we're into 1-1 already.
And a 7th team foul.
Adam Kloot, the head coach for Wells, takes out Richards. That foul put Bigelow on the line. He pushes it up to a 4-point game. 11-2 Willsboro Warriors. And 16-0 Wells Indians squaring off in this championship game. Bolbach, Stewart. Both Stewarts back in the game. The only 10-plus scorer getting on track here.
Did you say Willsboro was 16-0?
I thought I said Wells.
Wells was 14-0 in the season. Willsboro was 16-6 overall, so I didn't know if...
No, well...
I didn't know if what I heard... What I heard, what you said, might not be the same thing.
I think I said 16-0, but I'm pretty sure I said Wells, but they were only 14-0 in league play. I was given the league play records.
16-5 overall, so very similar overall. 16-6 and 16-5.
Wells comes in ranked the number 1 seed. What we got going on? So taking our time getting on the inbound play here. Kennedy. Full court pressure. They're trapping nicely here. That time Stewart squeezes through the pack. Stewart to Stewart. Tracking on the left side. He's fouled by number 4. That's Arendt. It's only the 4th team foul on the Warriors. But it's a shooting foul. Stewart left-handed shot. Drops in, I think that's his first point this afternoon.
That's Ford's second foul, so he's going to be replaced here by Arnold.
Oh, they called it on Ford? Okay. Arnold back in for the Warriors. Williams pulls down the rebound on the second foul shot. So, an unconventional three-point play there.
A nice shot there by Zimmerman.
Arendt loses the ball.
Oh,
looked like a kick pass.
Well, it has to be deliberate. And since it went to the opponents.
Good ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Warriors.
I'm thinking that if they went to his teammate, they might have called it a deliberate kick because it definitely is swinging his feet. But it went to the opponent, so the refs may have decided that it wasn't deliberate.
Schreier loses the ball. Zimmerman picks up the loose ball. Works his way around to Arendt, and he scores. And we've got a tie ball game. Zimmerman with the last 4 points. Ties it up. 18-18 is the score. Arendt drives to the hoop, draws a foul. He'll shoot. They'll go to the line and shoot too.
Zimmerman's got a total up to 9 points now, Bill.
9 points.
He had 5 in the first quarter and 4 here in the second.
Colby Stewart, Byron Stewart, and Zimmerman and Kennedy are the ones that have averaged over 10-plus points a game for the Wells Indians throughout the regular season.
That's a balanced attack.
Ben Jackson, there's a 6'3" guy.
There he is.
Just came in the game. Those shorts he got on, I hope they don't fall down. They look a little loose. He don't have a lot of meat on his bones. Zimmerman out of control, but he got the shot off. Oh, there's a forearm. Oh, both teams trapping. Bigelow kicks it into the corner. Shot doesn't go. Kennedy's there to pull it down. That shot was taken by Reagan Arnold, number 3 for Willsboro. Stewart to Stewart. Stewart shot. Oh, ribs out. Arendt and Zimmerman battling hard, but they say it was off Arendt.
Pretty good crowd here for this Class D game. As you know from when you arrived, Bill, parking was at a premium today with the women's hockey team here having a 3 o'clock game.
Yep. And Plattsburgh State was up 5-0. The last report we got, they were playing Cortland. They'll advance to the NCAA tournament for Division III with the win today. Zimmerman, he can't convert. Jocelyn comes down with a rebound. Ball. Jackson. Jackson shot. That's off the mark. Kennedy in the right place at the right time. Just snares that out of the air. It's 19-18. It's only a 1-point lead for the Warriors.
Still got 4:50 to go in the first half. It's our 4th game we've done since yesterday at this time, and
Zimmerman shot.
I'd say this is probably the most interesting game we've had so far, Bill.
Yep. Up and down action here. Both teams playing well defensively. Stewart comes away with a rebound, moves it up the left side. Pops the run and jump shot, doesn't go. Ball's loose. Scramble on the floor. Bigelow now with the ball. Bigelow got that ball because Jocelyn got it to him in time. They're calling a foul on the floor. It's going to be a 1-on-1 anyways. Foul's on number 10, Stewart. Number 13 reporting back into the game for Willsboro. Well, actually for the first time maybe, Sebastian Beach.
No, it was the wrong team there, Bill.
Yeah, that's the wrong team.
That was Lee coming in for Jocelyn.
Okay. Well, I get mixed up and flipping my papers back and forth. And then both teams start with a W.
Yeah, Wells and Wills and red and white.
Red and white. Played similar style game. A little helter-skelter here, but been entertaining to watch. 4:06 on the clock. Arnold on the line makes the first one.
That foul on Bulbrook was his second.
Jackson back out.
And they're in a double bonus situation already.
Mayer back in. Yep.
With over 4 minutes to go.
4 minutes to go.
So Warriors will be shooting double bonus for the rest of the period, the rest of the half.
Bulbrook comes down with a rebound. Gets wrapped up by number 13, Oliver Lee. Team 5th. Nice move there. Stewart, he pops a shot, can't get the roll. Ball pulls down a rebound, but he gets tied up by the Stewart brothers. Possession arrow in favor of Wells.
So all of a sudden they're brothers?
It's gotta be. Look at the hair they got.
Okay. If you say they're brothers, Bill.
I would think so. They look a lot alike. Similar hairstyle. Just one grows his a little longer. A lot longer. Well, the double team got a little too close on that one. So we're just one foul away of having both teams shooting foul shots throughout the rest of this half. 3:45 left in the half. Bulbrook inbounds to Stewart. Stewart to Stewart. Ball's on the floor. Still on the floor. Scrambalaya. Still loose. Bulbrook gets the loose ball. Shoots. Kennedy over the top. They're going to call a foul.
Wells fans not happy with that call. His third foul, Bill.
Well, he was 2 hands over the top. Yeah, the Wells fans not happy. We'll go back down to the other end. Bigelow's going to shoot 2 foul shots, 3:28 on the clock.
It was a loose ball foul. That's why they're shooting 2. Wasn't called offensive by any means.
21-18. It's a 3-point margin.
But more important is that they're going to have to take him out right now. So Kennedy's going to have to sit. He's going to be replaced by Zimmerman.
Well, Adam Kloop makes that decision. Pulls Kennedy out. Remainder of the half, probably stay on the bench.
Still got 3:28 to go.
Well, they're substituting Shies. They've got a lot of speed and quickness, both these teams.
4-point lead now for the Warriors.
22-18, 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. One of the Stewart boys. The other Stewart attacks the hoop. Williams gets up there. Working hard underneath. One of the smaller sized guys here for Wells. Pulls down a rebound. Well, the inadvertent shot. And puts it up, makes it a 2-point game. Mobile, that's number 5. Back in the game for Wells. Matt Richards. Full timeout, 2:58 on the clock. It's 22-20. The visiting Warriors over to home of the number 1 seed Wells Indians here on the NFHS Network. I don't know about you, Kelvin, but I hope this sets the tone for the whole afternoon here.
Oh yes, this makes for a much more enjoyable evening when you got close ball games.
Right.
Both teams have the leading score with 11 points. You got Bigelow for the Warriors and Zimmerman for the Wells Indians. So both those players at 11 points here with 2:50 showing on the clock in the first half.
Oliver Lee, 3-pointer, don't go. The rebounder, Schreier. Ball was out of bounds before Stewart actually could save it. Inbound play to Schreier. Bigelow with it. Down in the corner is Arnold. Ball to Bigelow. Jocelyn with the ball. They're working the clock. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Doesn't touch the rim. The shot clock continues to... And they only got 10 seconds now. 2:16 on the game clock. Arnold from outside. That rims out. Stewart.
Whoa!
No foul. Whoa, a lot of contact there. Oh, and that turnover.
Well, that was Bigelow scoring his 13 points.
Scored and made it a 24-20 ball game.
That was 13 points now for Bigelow. That was certainly one of the most interesting no calls I've ever seen, though.
Well, let's call it down to New Orleans and think what they think about a no call. It's similar though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'd have to see it again in slow motion and just because
a lot of contact there.
Yeah, but doesn't mean it interrupted the flow of the game at all.
Oliver Lee, number 13, coming in the game for the Warriors. A couple subs came in for the Indians. Jocelyn weaves his way through traffic. He scores 26-21, 5-point margin. Stewart back on the attack. Oh, he got up there.
That fella could lead.
Contact. Arendt blocking. Well, he didn't make contact. He should be shooting too.
There's a lot of air under those sneakers, Bill.
We jumped over about 25 Cherubusco phone books.
Yeah, at least.
Kennedy coming back in here with 1:30 on the clock. And Beach, I guess, is out back quickly as he was in. Couple big foul shots there by Stewart. Makes it a 3-point game.
Makes it a 3-point game.
Going to be close throughout. Stay tuned here, folks. Got the exciting second half coming up. Down low to Jackson. Jackson can't convert. On the putback. It's blocked. Stripped away. Ball block. Trying to give it to Williams. But tenacious defense there being played by number 3, Arnold. And he takes it away, puts it up and scores. That pass Mental mistake there. He tried to underhand bounce pass across to his teammate. One of the Stewart boys goes out of bounds on the far side of the court. 57.8 seconds on the clock. A 5-point margin. The Warriors here in the later stages of this first half with their biggest lead thus far.
Right back in for the Warriors. Roseboro up by 5, as you said, and I'd like to take a little more time off the clock. There's still 20 seconds on the shot clock when they took that
Williams comes away with the ball. Stewart to Stewart. Stewart. Unconventional there. Somehow Zimmerman gets at the bull block. He moves, muscles his way inside. Rebound pulled down by number 11, Liebeck.
They should be waiting for the last shot now.
Jackson. That's thrown out of bounds. Liebeck, a little bit out of his reach. 8.2 seconds here left in his half.
Six seconds. 3 seconds.
Williams. Got a chance. Well, went a little too hard. Got a real soft touch that time. Half ends 28-23. Willsboro Warriors on top by 5 points over the Wells Indians here on the NFHS Network with Wild Bill Chase, Calvin Castine. We'll be back after a 10-minute break. 3-2-1, we're back on. Welcome back to Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse here in Plattsburgh, New York. Bill Chase, Calvin Castine and company on the NFHS Network. We're in the Class D championship game between the Wells Indians and the Willsboro Warriors, and the Warriors enjoying a 5-point lead, 28-23.
Foul trouble is going to play a part in the second half, I think, Bill. You've got Shane Kennedy with 3 fouls, Brian Stewart with 2, Tyler Bolbrook with 2, and Colby Stewart with 2. Also Matt Richards. So they got 5 guys with at least 2 fouls, and one of them has 3. Over on the Willsboro side, only 2 guys with 2 fouls. Those are Peyton Ford and Jared Ball. So a foul, I think, is going to be playing an important part.
Some turnovers created near the end of that half. Actually allowed the Warriors to push it up to a 5-point game. And we are underway here in the second half. Bigelow over to Jocelyn. Jocelyn, Arendt, Schreier, and forget who number 12 is for Willsboro. That's Ford, Peyton Ford. Peyton, like in Manning. A lot of kids named Peyton. And Mr. Manning was playing football. Arendt pulls down the rebound. Schreier pushes it up to Bigelow. Bigelow. Arendt squeezes through there, and he's got a little jump in his step. Arendt, that time over the top. He gets called as Zimmerman is knocked over.
That's Arendt's 3rd points. He had 1 in the first half. Arnold has 3. Jocelyn 7, 14 for Bigelow, 1 point for Jared Ball, and 2 for Johnny Shire.
Full court full court press, and actually some trapping being done by the Warriors throughout that first half. Not so much so for the Wells Indians. Stewart fell down. The other Stewart picked up the loose ball. Low block. Goes down low. Schreier gets a hand in there before the inbound pass can get to Kennedy, or the down low pass, I mean. But it's turned over. Bigelow. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Stewart. A reach in. That's 2 quick fouls called on. Oh no. That's the first foul called on Wells. Both teams.
That's his 3rd foul.
So just another, that adds to the possible foul trouble that the Wells Indians could be facing here down the stretch. They've got two people with 3 fouls now. Bigelow from outside, he's hit some threes. That one a little bit short. And Stewart dishes out to Stewart number 21. This is to Stewart number 10. They do double team the ball carrier. That's tapped away and the turnover created. Bigelow. Peyton. His shot doesn't go. Joslin is there to pull down the offensive rebound. That's blocked by Kennedy. Kennedy, the ball stripped away and a foul called on, I think, Bigelow. Yes, it is. Second foul on for the team. 30-23, it's a 7-point margin.
Scoring for the Wells Indians, Stewart had 2, Bobrook 1. Byron Stewart had 1, Zimmerman had 12, and Kennedy had those 6 early points, but he finished with just 7 for the first half.
I think he had, 7 out of their first 10, I believe. Stewart with a left-hand running jump shot, drops it in, makes it a 5-point game. Aaron, a little bit out of control there. They cut Stewart off, but he weaves his way into the front court. Foul is called, I believe, on Joslin. That'll put Mr. Stewart on the line. That's Colby Stewart. Oliver Lee reports to the scorer's table. Joslin, his second foul of the game. That rims out. Very close ball game played throughout most of the entire first half, but a little bit of a cushion here being built by the Warriors. Zimmerman, his shot against the rebound. Kennedy now, he's got to kick it back out the bull block. Reset your offense. Stewart, down low. Kennedy. He double palms it. I don't know why. Not at his teammate. He's a little rushed with his passing here throughout this ballgame. Aaron working hard down on the offensive glass. Puts it back up to a 7-point game. 32-25. Sometimes, number 13, that's Oliver Lee tripping up Stewart. Well, team's 4th on the Warriors.
So they're picking up the fouls early this half. So far, that's the second
big break for the Wells Indians, getting the bonus early here. Stewart, running jump shot, off the glass, doesn't go. Kennedy, a little nonchalant, maybe getting to the boards there. Pushing it up the floor. Into the Warriors. Oliver Lee scores. And we got a 30-second time called. 4:36 on the clock. It's 34-25. Warriors over the Indians. Back.
Well, it could very easily be a 5-point difference right now. Stewart had number 5, Richards, wide open when he took that shot, and then Willsboro got the rebound and went down and made that layup. So that basket, if they'd scored at this on the left here on the Wells side, would have made it a 5-point game. Instead, Willsboro turned it around and went from 7 to 9 instead of from 7 to 5.
There's been at times that Wells has played a little bit out of control. That's almost another turnover there.
Well, as we mentioned many times, this is a intimidating venue right here. The baskets are out wide open. If it's a first trip here, it can be very intimidating.
There, Schreier with the steal. Stewart trying to go to Stewart. Aaron with some hang time. He drops it in. It's 36-25. Warriors appear to be pulling their way. Turnover. Saying the last touch it was Stewart.
Holbrook back in.
Holbrook back in.
And
Richards went out.
Yep.
Schreier. Lee. Well, it was Bigelow with the ball in the corner. He thought about the three-pointer. Kicks it back out top. Now, this time he does take it. It's off the mark. Ayling out of control. Gets rid of the ball so he doesn't get called for a travel. Good heads-up play there by him. He's got some speed and quickness. At first, he just seems to play some unbelievable basketball here. He doesn't appear to be the type of basketball player he's turning out to be.
Well, what looks like out of control isn't necessarily out of control from his angle.
No. And he can get some height when he jumps. Shot clock down to 10. Lee pops a shot. It's high off the everything. It's high over everything. Warriors ball, or Wells Indians ball.
Warriors
will inbound.
Warriors continue. Warriors continuing to press.
They continue to press and trap. That time they're able to get through. Zimmerman gets caught in the corner.
Timeout to avoid the
full timeout being called here. 3:06 on the clock. 36-25. Warriors over the Indians on the NFHS network, bringing you championship basketball from Plattsburgh State. Okay, we're back on. Very tough ball game for the officials, but they've been, I think, doing an outstanding job. It appears at times they do let them play, but it's that type of game that the way both teams are playing, it's not an easy game to officiate.
Both teams playing with a lot of abandon, playing with great enthusiasm. Not rooting for either team, but I'm hoping it stays relatively close here, because both teams deserve it.
But the Warriors have built up a 36-25 lead here.
Wells just 2 points thus far with almost 5 minutes gone in the second half.
Zimmerman with the ball. Kennedy staying outside. Got to get himself underneath. Zimmerman sinks the shot. Kennedy, he's got the height and the size to him, but he's been staying away from being underneath the basket when they're running the offense. Lee back in the game. Number 11 with the ball. Jocelyn swings it over to Bigelow. That shot's off the mark. Liebeck comes down with a rebound. He tries to dish inside. That pass kicks off the leg of Schreier. And now Indians with possession. Stewart takes it upon himself. With three Warriors there to provide some defense. That's stripped away. Kennedy. Stewart gets it to Stewart. Zimmerman trying to run down a loose ball. He does. He saves it right into the hands of Liebeck and Bigelow. Crosses midcourt.
The Warriors have just been outstanding on defense, Bill.
That shot by number 21. Ball falls a little bit short. Yep, the Warriors in this second half only have allowed 2 points. That pass is thrown out of bounds. And the Stewart boys talk about that. Meanwhile, it's Warriors possession again. Down to 1:30 left here in the third quarter. With the lead, they can work the clock. Liebeck loses control. It's 3-on-2 break. Stewart pops a shot. That's short. Liebeck pulls down a rebound. Hands off to Bigelow. Bigelow. That's tapped away. Zimmerman now. 1 against 2. Zimmerman. 4-on-1. Draws the foul. Zimmerman, what a great game so far here. for the Wells Indians makes it 37-27 or 36-27. Possible 3-point play. Cut it down to an 8-point margin.
Well, Zimmerman has 16 points at this point in time.
16 out of 20.
Out of 29, so.
I thought it was, okay. It was, they didn't put up the score quick enough for me. Zimmerman again. Nice pass from Stewart.
Make it 18 out of 31.
And it's a 5-point game.
Now that foul was number 3 on Bigelow, so that's big right now.
Schreier attacks the hoop. Kennedy got a hand on that. Holbach up to Kennedy. They get it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman's got the speed and quickness. He can't convert.
5-point game with 30 seconds to go in the third. Shot clock is off.
Arnold with the ball.
14 seconds.
Almost knocked away.
Under 10.
Final shot. It's actually stripped away from behind. Williams.
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman. I said Williams again.
I know.
I know. Why am I doing that?
I don't know.
All right. Apologize.
That's Zimmerman.
Done. 36-31. 5-point game. Warriors over the Indians here on the NF.
I think he's playing good enough for 2 people. That's why, Bill.
Okay. Yeah, probably that's it. Commercial. We're back. 36-31. Bill Chase, Calvin Castine, McKenna Hunter, and Judy Castine on the NFHS Network, bringing you championship basketball from Plattsburgh State. 3 quarters have been completed here in this Class D championship with the Warriors from Willsboro with the lead of 5 points at halftime, and again 5 points after 3 quarters.
Both teams scoring 8 in the third period. Looked for a while like Willsboro was going to stretch it out, but the Wells Indians came battling back, and
a late surge, actually.
Yep.
Zimmerman leading the way there for that surge. William Zimmerman. Kennedy backs him in. He gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. Can't convert. Draws the foul. Kennedy been held in check since the early going.
That's third foul on Ball.
Both teams experiencing foul trouble. Next foul puts Wells in the bonus. He makes the first one. It's a 2-point game.
Wells has just 1 foul in the second half, after getting so many in that first half.
Big foul shots there. 36-33. Kennedy. D-Bank has to hustle back. Roslin with the ball. Yeah, that's a Roslin. Excuse me. 20's Bigelow. Roslin from outside. He can't convert. Zimmerman pulls down a rebound. He can get up there too. A blocking foul called on Bigelow.
That going to be 4, I believe. It's his 4th foul, Bill.
1-1. Everybody at the scoring table's got the 1-1 up. Finally get the attention of the officials.
4.
Next up, Mariah versus Northern Adirondack Class C championship. Should be a good one. Hopefully, this building doesn't determine that outcome.
Well, Bigelow going to the bench. He's been the big gun for Willsboro with 14 points.
And it's a 2-point game. As Zimmerman sinks the first one of the 1-1. The second one rattles out. Aaron. He gets corralled by Stewart there. And then a foul is called as he wrapped him up pretty good.
That's his 4th foul, Bill. Only the 2nd team foul.
Colby Stewart, 4th foul.
He has both second half fouls for Wells.
been their primary ball handler, bringing the ball up the court. Michael Recor, coach for Saranac High School. They'll be playing PHS later this evening, has just walked across down below us. Crowd getting bigger. NAC and Mariah fans are filtering in.
Here's Zimmerman.
Zimmerman can't convert. The second attempt's good. There's a tendency where you think he should and he ties the ball game up. Zimmerman, what a great start here in the fourth quarter for the Wells Indians. Ties it back up, 36-36. We got a timeout called. So 5 unanswered points here. Start the fourth quarter off by Wells, and they've tied the ball game up 36-36.
3 of those from the foul line. Zimmerman's now got 21 points in the ball game.
Having an outstanding game. Liebeck, back to Arnold. Inside to Roslin. He lost it, turned back over. Zimmerman. Here's his. When he gets 4 people around him, he still tries to attack the basket.
Well, he couldn't dribble. Had nothing to do. He was in the.
Oh, he had 4 teammates. He must have had 3 teammates. Must have been open.
I don't know if you could see any of them. And he had 3 seconds ticking off, so he didn't have much time to improvise.
Well, there's Kennedy. He's going to kick it back to Stewart. Both Stewarts in the game. With Zimmerman, Bulbach, and Kennedy. Down low to Kennedy, but Mr. Ball with great position snares that one before Kennedy could. A turnover created by the Willsboro Warriors defense.
You can see Bigelow's back in the game. Willsboro's got to put him out there and hope for the best.
No points yet. Zimmerman with the rebound. He takes it to the hoop, moves to the middle. They're going to call a foul, I think, on Zimmerman now. Yeah, foul on him. He seems, when he appears to be open and takes a shot, he doesn't score. Then he works hard to get his own rebound, gets surrounded by 3 defenders, shoots and scores. He's got how many points?
21. That's his first foul, so he's not in foul trouble.
21 that he's really worked hard to get those 21 points at times. 3 team fouls now on the Indians. The Warriors have put the Indians in the bonus. Zimmerman. A lot of want in him to take control of this game. Was a double-digit lead at one time in the third quarter for the Warriors, but it's all knotted up at 36. They've yet to score a basket in the fourth quarter. Turnover. Bulbach hustling, gets it to Stewart. Stewart to Kennedy. Bulbach has got to fix his knee brace. It's a 4-on-5 right now. He's recovered from that. Nice hard pass to Zimmerman. Zimmerman moves to his left. Bumps, body contact, scores! Aaron saying, I played him as tight as I could. He still scored. Wells with their first lead here in some time. 38-36, the number 1 seed. Bigelow with a big shot. The 3-pointer gives them the lead back. We got a timeout. 4:48 on the clock. It's a good one here. 39-38 on the NFHS Network. Here, championship basketball.
That big red W they're waving in the stands over there, Bill, that could go for either team.
Right. Red red W, or is it a white W around a red background?
No.
I think so.
Red and white, yeah.
Red and white, both schools. School colors, red and white. Stewart on the ground. Gets it to Stewart. Kennedy. Bulbach. Inside to Kennedy. Good pass. The 4-point lead. Bulbach finding Kennedy. Kennedy, he woke up there and he's cut to the basket. Been nonchalant a little bit earlier in the game. Not getting himself involved. Bigelow from outside. Oh! Another three-pointer. Now a steal. 42-40.
Bigelow now has 20 points.
Arnold trying to save it. Out of bounds. Turned over to the Wells Indians. Crowd's into it. Hopefully. Come down to the wire here, it looks like. One time the Warriors enjoying a double-digit lead. Up by 2 now. Aaron on the turnover. Finds Bigelow. Arnold slows it down. Aaron gives to Bigelow. He's had 2 3-pointers, big shots here in this fourth quarter for the Warriors. Aaron from outside. That's off the mark. That's not Aaron, that's Lee Arnold, I believe, over there. Arnold, number 3. Yeah, Reagan Arnold. There's Aaron trying to run down the loose ball. Bulbach will inbound the ball here in the backcourt.
3:40 to go. 2-point ball game.
Warriors with a 2-point lead. Bulbach, Stewart. Zimmerman, Collinborn. Stewart pops a jump shot from the key, ties the ball game up. 42-42.
With 3:20 left.
Zimmerman's doing what he can do to keep, that's what they need, some more scoring other than him. Stewart does just that to tie the game up. Well, 3 minutes left here in the regulation.
Wells in that 2-3 defense.
Aaron. His shot doesn't go. That's stolen away. Telegraphed. Joslin.
Steal and basket. Jared Joslin.
Hoop lays it up and in. It's a 2-point game. 3-man in the trap. Gotta find the open guy. There's Zimmerman. Off the mark. Body contact. No foul called. 2:30 left here. 44-42. Crowd, both from Wells and from Willsboro. Into it now. Schreier with a nice move to the left. Kennedy pulls down the defensive boards. Stewart, Myron Stewart, pops a shot, scores!
A little left-handed push shot, ties it up.
He's got the last 4 points for the Wells Indians. We got a timeout called on the floor, 1:59 on the clock. We're all knotted up, 44-44. This Class D championship game at Plattsburgh State. During that timeout, the Wells and Willsboro fans getting into a little shouting match, a little friendly rivalry.
A cheering match.
Cheering match?
A cheering match, yes.
Yeah, cheering is the correct word. All right, down under 2 minutes. It's 44-44. Bigelow with some big 3-pointers for the Warriors. Thought about it again. Arnold. Put it in the corner. The ball bounces away. Williams.
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman. Zimmerman scored! With a 2-point lead. He's up to 23 points for the Wells Indians. They've seemed to answer it every time. Arnold's out of the game. That's his 5th foul. Not Arnold. Stewart.
Now Colby Stewart is fouled out.
Actually, number 3, Reagan Arnold, just he could have got caught. Lucky he didn't get caught for taunting there when they called the 5th foul on him. He was pointing over to Stewart, telling him to go to the bench.
Really? 118.
Oh, Richards comes in. 3-pointer doesn't go. Averett working hard down low, gets the offensive boards. Bigelow again. Averett gets a hand on it, keeps it alive. Arnold now with the ball. Valuable seconds ticking off the clock. Warriors with possession. 26 on the shot clock, 50 seconds on the game clock. It's a 46-44 game, the number 2 seed with the 2-point lead. Arnold's 3-point attempt doesn't go.
The number 1 seed has a 2-point lead.
And the number 1 seed, excuse me.
We were close though, Bill.
Close but no cigar. Matt Richards pulled down a big rebound there. And a foul occurred.
Fouls on Arnold, his first. Shooting a 1-and-1.
Richards coming in to replace Stewart. That one doesn't go on the 1-and-1. Schreier pulls down a key rebound.
Another timeout.
Timeout called. 27.6 on the clock. 46-44, 2-point lead for the Indians?
Yes.
Okay. Is that mine? Oh, we're on. We're back on, Kelvin.
All right, in 27.6 seconds. We'll either be crowning a champion or be going to overtime.
All right, who's got the ball?
It's at this end.
The Warriors with possession, down by 2 points.
Do you wait for the last shot with 7-8 seconds to go, or do you put it up in a hurry?
I score as quick as you can. Schreier.
Warriors have just 5 fouls, so they'd have to have...
Outside the 3-pointer. It's good! That's Roslin! Timeout called! Big shot from Roslin. Gives them a 1-point lead. 47-46 and a timeout call. Okay, we're back on, Kelvin. 18.6 seconds on the clock. It's a 1-point lead for the Warriors over the Indians here in this championship game. Class D, Section 7.
Jared Joslin, he probably hasn't hit many more important shots than that one, Bill. It's a 3-pointer, gives him 12 for the game.
Wells comes out with possession here. Inbound the ball. Don't have that rule in boys basketball.
No, with the girls, no.
50 yards.
No.
Now really into this game right now. They run the baseline. Stewart to Kennedy.
12 seconds.
Got across midcourt. He does. Here's Chance running shot. It's good! Time's going to run out. Indians win! Indians win!
The Warriors must have been out of timeouts.
48-47. Number 21. Mr. Byron Stewart, I think that is it. Yep. Byron Stewart with a running jump shot wins it with about 5 seconds on the clock. And the Warriors should have probably were out of timeouts. Bigelow tried to run it up the court but couldn't get a shot off and went out of bounds. And congratulations to the Wells Indians for pulling out this victory here this afternoon. And at one point during this second half, we're down by 11 points. They battled back and tied it up early in the fourth quarter, then prevailed 48-47.
Byron Stewart only had 3 points through the first 3 quarters, but he had 3 push shots here in that fourth quarter. And none bigger than that one there, Bill. Gives him 9 for the game. The leading scorer was Zimmerman with 25. Kennedy also finished with 9. Bulbrook had 1, and Colby Stewart had 2.
We got the presentations of the awards going to take place here. Very tight ball game, 48-47. An exciting ball game here on the NFHS Network from Plattsburgh State. First one of 3 here to be played this afternoon on March 2nd, 2019. Consolation. So Mr. Bigelow comes out to the floor to shake the hand of Larry Converse, and a little disappointment on the Warriors side, but they played an outstanding ball game. They had their chances, and but a very confident Byron Stewart taking that ball down the floor on that inbound play.
A little left-handed push shot really came in handy tonight, Bill.
Yep. That's Daniel Johnson. Matt Richards coming out on the floor. Colby Stewart, he had fouled out, but he played a great game for Indians. Tyler Bullback. Sebastian Beach, number 13. Byron Stewart, the winning jump shot. Gets called out. Trey Zimmerman, sometimes known as Williams.
Depends on who you're talking to.
Jordan Beardman, Ethan Ross, Shane Kennedy, Peter Robinson, Madison Ward, the head coach Adam Clute. So Wells improves their record overall, 17-5, advance to New York State playoffs. Here, their next opponent's going to be,
I'm not sure if they go to 10 or to 2, but they'll be out of the area.
They'll be out of the area. Class D, Section 7 champions of Wells Indians. There they are. Starting 5. Congratulations. Adam Clute and the Wells Indians pulling out this victory by 1 point, 48-47. Final score. A little bit of a wrap-up.
Yep. His teammates had to call Byron Stewart out there to help hold that championship plaque up there, Bill. He wasn't even though he had the game-winning shot, he just let the older guys do it, I guess. I gave the totals for Wells. I'm going to give them here quickly for Willsboro. Arnold finished with 3, Arendt with 7, Lee with 2, Joslin 12, 20. Bigelow was their high scorer. Ball had 1 point, and Shire had 2 points. An exciting ball game right down to the wire. We had a 1-point game yesterday, but it didn't have the excitement of this one here, Bill.
No, not at all. Very exciting ball game, and congratulations to Wells. And in between games, I got to find some mustard for one of my hot dogs.
There you go.
And then hopefully people will stay tuned to the NFHS Network here. We're live coming from Plattsburgh State. Bill Chase, Calvin